It's not been the best of times for PDP as it faces strong internal and almost destructive battles it brought on itself, with threats from within and outside almost plunging the party on a very delicate survival cliff. Gladiators are in fierce battle to hijack the party structure. Can the party reinvent itself? Will it find its way back to reclaiming its days of political dominance? The former governor of Jigawa State, one of the PDP's founding fathers, and Nigeria's former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sule Lamido, joins us on this segment on Arise Prime Time. Glad to have you join us.
Thank you very much.
On Prime Time, yeah. All right. Have you left PDP or are you planning to leave PDP? Because there's talk that you have defected.
Are you asking me to entertain you or what?
Well, you're laughing. Is a question I asked. I don't know why you're laughing. There's talk that you defected.
No, it's a very, very funny question because when you say defecting to where?
Defecting to where? You pledged support for any.
Guide me.
You pledged support for any political alliance. Could that be ADC, whom you also described as a smaller skin with no political legacy?
You see, the issue is today we have a country which is being mismanaged, where everything wrong is being done in the country. And so it's not an issue of either defecting or abandoning. You know, what do we do, either in PDP, either within or outside, to make sure that now Nigeria is safe? That's all. So the idea of me leaving the party, like I said, it's my own heritage. It's my own legacy. It's something which I suffered for, which I made a lot of sacrifice for. So when there is a crisis, running away is not the solution. It's staying in and fighting where possible and see what I can do to make sure that what was the dream of a founding father for Nigeria, either within or outside, is achieved. That's all. So I'm not living in the party. I'm in PDP. I can't go into a smaller thing because, like I say, I swim in an ocean where there are sharks. I don't go fetch water in a bucket and then hide behind a tree and begin to wash myself. I will not do that. So I will stay, no matter the difficulties, and the fight, and see how we can make it.
Okay. Dino Melaye has left PDP. He's a former member of PDP. He says PDP has been purchased by APC. That's what he claims, and therefore no longer a viable opposition. Some described PDP, now not Dino, as dead. What do you say?
Well, I don't want to engage anybody about the history of PDP and the status. Dino is my very good brother, my very good friend, and he has his own views. But then you see, when you are talking about APC and PDP, reflect, in 2014, who are those in APC? Who from APC in 2014? Look at them. Who are those who killed PDP, who tried to kill PDP in 2014? So I don't want to be entangled in the kind of debate about Mr. A saying this or B saying this. It's about an issue of our history. When you are talking about PDP today, whether dead or alive, what was your role some 10 years ago in killing or building the party? Simple.
Whose role? My role or your role?
No, you are asking me a question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the third party you are trying to talk about. You talked about Dino Melaye, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the party, that he said, according to you, that the party is dead, according to you.
Oh, well, some, not according to me. That's what's out there.
I didn't hear him saying so. I heard it from you.
No, I didn't say Dino. Dino said PDP has been purchased by APC, but some say the party is dead.
Now, look, Dino said what about APC?
That it's been purchased, it's been bought by APC. That's PDP, has been bought.
How was it?
By APC.
Have been bought?
Purchased, yes.
Who sold it? Who sold PDP to APC? Who sold it in 2014?
Well, he was your former member and he's your friend.
Who sold?
You should be asking him.
What I'm saying, no, I should be asking you. You see, that's why I say I don't want to be entangled in this kind of debate. Who did this or that? You know, if you are trying to face the future, to build a country, you need to restore mutual trust and respect for each other, so that you forge and become focused on the issue rather than being diverting about the issue. When people say that PDP has been bought by APC, who sold APC in 2014 to APC?
Well, let's move ahead from there. Like I said, it's a question maybe you have to ask your friend, Dino Melaye. The FCT minister, who is a member of the PDP as today, has thrown his weight behind Tinubu for the 2027 election, but he's still in PDP. How do you come to terms with that? He's in the opposition, he's thrown his weight behind the incumbent who is in APC.
I try avoiding discussing personalities because when you begin to discuss personalities, then you are narrowing the issue and you are getting the whole issue diminished. I've been saying Tinubu will look for somebody who will help him in his own political interest. And there are very, very willing mercenaries who are willing to be rewarded and hired. Remove the office Wike is holding today. He will be like me, an ordinary person. So his entire weight and the rhetorics and whatever he's saying, is because he's got the office which give that kind of flair, visibility, and authority. Simple. Remove him from that office. He'll be like me. So please, leave Wike alone. Look, I don't know, but then I think Wike days are numbered because the purpose of picking Wike was for him to make sure that Tinubu became something in the South. And today, by Tinubu's personal, maybe personal manipulation and personal coercion, he has been able to win over Akwa Ibom. He has been able to win over Edo. He has been able to win over Delta. And of course, Wike is there for a river. So you see, this area in the South was purely scaled by Tinubu's personal effort, not through Wike. Earlier on, Wike might have been relevant, but then by the time Tinubu is able to secure the South in his own basket, Wike will become irrelevant, and he'll remove him. I'm telling you that. He will remove him because he held him for a purpose. He's appointed Wike for a purpose, giving him the office for a purpose, and by the time the purpose is no more, that's the end of it.
Let's talk about the coalition proper.
Yeah?
Someone's saying that the coalition is one of the best things to happen to our democracy. Unifying forces against a ruling party that has dominated the political scene since 2015.
The coalition as an avenue for democracy is excellent. It's very, very good. For freedom, liberty, and right to say your own opinion is very, very good. Now, I've been saying the part of this coalition should be able to look at the issues in Nigeria. What are the issues? And they are mainly 4 issues. Democracy, security, economy, and the corruption. These are the main issues. So when you look at these issues, you need people who are very, very cool-headed, who are calm, who are focused. Apparently, well, I'm not in ADC, but then from the thing, appears that there are too many sprinters in ADC, too many sprinters. And I think the race to 2027 is a marathon, is marathon. And therefore, they should be more circumspect, in the way they run. They may be able to overtake their own luck. So let them look inward and then keep, connecting with people, quietly. So by the time, they come out in full force, then we should be there. But then the way they are, their own party, their own affair, I don't know how they, but then to me, I think there's so much rushing. I mean, there are too many sprinters there. I think they should slow down and look at the issue in a more deeper way, and see how they can that kind of coalition in Nigeria, coalition of nation of interest, coalition of unity, so that we'll be able to remove this cancer called APC, which we can call I think malaria, no, cancer level 4, whatever it was, which is now consumed into. So I don't want to get involved into the management and affairs of the ADC because I'm not inside. But then, let's say I'm willing to support any arrangement by whatever nomenclature to be able to make sure that we restore Nigeria. It's not about Tinubu, it's about APC. APC in 2014 to 2023 is the same thing. It's Tinubu, it's Buhari. They're all APC. So don't narrow those on their. It's a failure of the party and the party leaders on Nigeria. So it's not about Tinubu. Tinubu, I mean, and Buhari, they're the same thing. They're all APC. APC is our problem. APC is the which is entrenched corruption, which has become a cancer in Nigeria. And it has to be excised out of Nigeria.
So when you say that 2027 is around the corner, Excellency, 2077 is almost here. So when you say ADC is sprinting, they should slow down. Should they really slow down? Looks like they're taking the place of PDP as the main opposition party.
No. The preparation, should be done in a more maybe orderly manner, and not rushing. If you rush to form a structure, up till now there have not been anything like what level of the world congresses, local government congresses, state congresses, and national congresses, to be seen as the kind of structure I imagine. I'm just advising that look, take it easy, go down for and create the structure at the world level, local government level, and then come up. And then when you come into the national convention, they can say, yes, we are not ready. But when you have no structure, they are simply floating on top. There's a problem. And I feel sad. And it's something, I see the hope in ADC. In Nigeria, I see hope in ADC. Because the commitment to it is genuine, is real. But then the approach, it becomes a little bit hasty.
Some have argued that one term of 6 years would be best for Nigerian presidents. I said this because Obi of the ADC recently said that he doesn't need 2 terms of 8 years. With 1 term of 4 years, he can do the work. It's not rocket science.
The issue of tenure could be seen from 2 different ways. Why are we discussing it? It's because something has failed. That's why we're discussing it. If the leaders in government are doing the right thing, then you don't have the issue of tenure will not be an issue. But because there's a failure of leadership, therefore, putting 2 extra years will not solve the problem. Whether we're going to do 1 term or 2 terms, it doesn't matter. You see, the question is, what do you do in that office to be able to address the issues Nigeria are going through? Not in terms of the tenure. I mean, obviously, in 4 years, fair enough, but then what else, beyond that, is that the end of it? There should be Nigeria after 4 years. In the next, I thought there will be Nigeria. So what do we have in place in terms of arrangement beyond the ambition of people saying, I will do 4 years or 6 years? Beyond that kind of mechanism, which is purely an escape route towards ambition. How do you deal with it? The issue is deeper than that. It's deeper than I want to do 4 years or 6 years. It's because there has been system failure in leadership. That's why, I talk about, this kind of mechanism. And the people, of course, latching into it, said, I will do 4 years or 6 years to be able to appeal to the voters. But in that, the issue should be more realistic. There should be more circumspection, in the way this have been addressed. This is my feeling. I'm very old-fashioned, so I may not be able to be in tune with today's, generational reality in terms of their philosophy, their psychology, and their thinking. But then I think there should be something which is basic, which is missing. That's my problem.
So what do you make of Obi's 1 term? He has said 1 term is okay for him. He will step down.
It is not for him. It's 1 term for Nigerian president, not 1 term for him.
Yeah, 1 term for Nigerian president. That's what he's saying.
He's going to. No, what I've seen, he's going to use other Nigerians. Has he gone his cabinet already? I mean, by the time he's letting wait together. But when you say, okay, I'll do only 4 years, you'll not be able to sit down and say, oh, look, these are the people, whom I share the same philosophy, with the same vision, with the same kind of commitment. So, by the time we go, they'll be there only for 5 or 6 years. That's the main issue. But then you're not there yet. Up till now, there's not been anything like, congresses or for the state or government. You're talking about, you're talking about government structure. You're not there yet. What I'm saying, let's just take it easy. We should not be playing to the gallery, trying to maybe excite what we say, okay, say I'll do 5 or 6 years, then it means the whole thing is okay. That's not the magic. Yeah. The magic is the commitment of Nigerian leadership and leaders. That is more important than anything else.
Your party has ceded the presidency to the South. What do you make of it?
Has it?
Your party, PDP.
Has it?
They are talking South.
They are talking. I know they've been a zoning. No. Listen. There's a zoning.
They are recommending. They are recommending South. They are recommending South.
No, listen now. Please take it easy. Take it easy. Don't think for us. Allow to think for ourselves. You're not IPDP.
I'm not in a party. So
there is a program now. Fine. Listen to me, please. Let me tell you about my own party. There's now a program which we have now a committee of zoning, and when they sit down to look at the history of Nigeria and the very kind of complexity, and say, where do we look at the presidency, north or south? That has not been done yet. So why I say it has been zoned? Who zoned it? Ijere PDP.
Your party had a neck and recommendations that came out was
no. They put a committee to do the zoning. It's entitled to the zoning committee to make a recommendation to NEC, and then from there to the convention.
All right. Well, I know that. So what's your stance on whether it should be ceded to the South or the North?
Arising from today's peculiarities, the zoning was something introduced by PDP in 1998 for a purpose, to cure June 12. Thereafter, by then, Nigeria will be able to look at a Nigerian person where he comes from, in terms of own capacity, efficiency, and competence, and then vote for the right person. But then apparently it is not our own albatross, and therefore it has become a phenomenon whereby no matter how you see it, the issue of North and South is not a reality in terms of political calculation. So naturally, if they are saying Tinubu, if they are saying the South, North did 80 under Buhari, but then Buhari is APC. I don't know why they are accusing APC. Because the zoning thing of the North to Buhari, it was APC, it's not PDP. All right? So why do you think that because the president who was APC was there for 8 years, therefore the next president of the PDP must come from the South or North?
All right, we'll leave it there.
So to me...
Finish. Okay. Just land. All right, we'll leave it there.
Hello?
Excellency, don't worry, we'll leave it there. Thank you. It's been my pleasure speaking with you on Prime Time on political matters. Sule Lamido there, former governor. Thank you for being on the program of Jigawa State.